would like to thank the Balabait and his wife for this evening. Tonight we'll be talking about the best parasha of the year, about Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik, as you know, we call him the Tzadik. The only person that we call him a Tzadik. Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, we call them father. When we talk about the 11 tributes, we mention their names. But Yosef, when we mention Yosef, he's a tzaddik. What I like about all the story of Yosef HaTzadik, it's when he was sold as a slave and away, and he was a tzaddik. Can you imagine somebody who is far away from his parents, no family, no rabbi, no synagogue, no kosher food, nothing. Especially when we talk about a handsome man like Yosef HaTzadik, he will be assimilated. But we see that Yosef HaTzadik did not be assimilated. He remained a tzaddik. So the question is, from where Yosef he got that strength? From where? I mean, you have to be Superman to remain a tzaddik. You have to be, the Rambam said, according to the area where you live, you become. You live with tzaddikim, you will be tzaddik. You live with no tzaddikim, so you will be no tzaddik. But Yosef HaTzadik, he was with the Egyptian, and they were idolatry people. How Yosef HaTzadik? He remained a tzaddik. And not only that, the Torah mentions something else. Vayi Yosef ish matzliach. Yosef was very lucky man, and Hashem was with him. You have to know something. If you want that Hashem be with you, you have to be with him. If you are not with Hashem, so Hashem he cannot be. Hashem he wants. We say, everything it's up to Hashem. Money, get married, health, everything. It's up to Hashem. It's up to Hashem. It's up to you, excuse me. Everything is the hand of Hashem. But Yirat Shamayim, to fear Hashem, is not the hand of Hashem. It's up to you. So Rabotai, Yosef HaTzadik, Hashem he was with him because he wanted to be with Hashem. And because he wanted to be with Hashem, so Hashem was with him. And I think there is something that our rabbis mention. Ra'ad yokno shel aviv. Always used to see the image of his father. Who is father? So, the more I would like just to tell you, all my life, I think about my father. I am 75-year-old now, but always I remember, always I remember what my father was doing. He was doing whatever. If I do that, my father would be happy. A connection with the past. Yosef HaTzadik, whatever he did, Ra'ad yokno shel aviv. When he wanted to do a mitzvah, he used to think, is it correct or not? And if it's going to be a sin, a avera, would my father be happy if I do that or not? Those lessons, they're very important for us. For the Judaism. But the Judaism, it's very important to learn from the Avot HaKadoshim, to learn from our parents how they live, how they were. Look what happened. Yosef HaTzadik now he meets Paro. He has bad dreams. And the only one who could explain the dreams is Paro. It's Yosef. And once he explained him the dreams, that is going to be 7 years of food and 7 years with no food. You know what Paro said to his people? Item Adam Asher Wahiluk. Have you seen somebody that the spirit of Hashem is in him? My question to you, since when Paro knows who's Hashem? Well, since when? The answer is, Rabotai, the influence of Yosef HaTzadik. When Paro is so in front of him, the image, the truth. When you see the truth in front of your eyes, you cannot ignore it. Yosef HaTzadik, he was in the prison. Hashem was with him. And everybody that saw him, they consoled him. Just imagine those two close to Paro that they had dreams, bad dreams. They were very, very, very sad. And Yosef HaTzadik asked them, why your face is sad? I mean, you could answer him, mind your business, why you're only a slave, what do you want to ask us? Can you? But they saw his face. They saw the image. Yosef HaTzadik alav shalom was alone in Egypt. What helped him to be in Egypt is the education that he got from his father, from his mother. This is, my friend, this is what you should always know. That the way we behave, our children will behave. We show to our children that we want to be close to Hashem, we do mitzvot with happiness, so our children will be the same. And that will help them for the rest of their life. You know, I don't know if you heard about Rav Moshe Feinstein, alav shalom. The big posek, Moshe Feinstein. One day somebody asked him, why my neighbor, all his children, is very, he's a Shomer Torah mitzvot, but why his children, they are out of the derech? Why? So Moshe Feinstein told him, I know that man. I know when he came from the Shoah, all his family passed away. And every time he complained. Every day he said, why Hashem did that? Why Hashem did that? Why Hashem did that? So his children always, they heard him complaining. At the end, they thought, well, to be Jew, to suffer like that, the Shoah, so it's better to take another way. Yosef HaTzadik never complained. He was a prince in his house. He needed nothing. He could get his revenge from his brothers for all what they did to him, to make him suffer. You know what he did? Very good things to them. He told them, you did nothing. You did not hurt me. You've been good people to me. It's Hashem. Who can do that? There were few 100,000 Jews in Egypt, so Joseph would take care of them. Who can be like that? My friend, Yosef HaTzadik, that's what we call him, the Tzaddik. Because really he acted like a Tzaddik. Tzaddik from the word tzedakah, charity. He did charity with his friend, with everybody. You know, a charity is not just giving money. No, a charity is when you smile at somebody, you do chesed to somebody, you help somebody. It's charity. And we know what it is charity. When you charity with your children, you educate them well. Charity, you help them how to live Be'ezat Hashem, their Jewish life. Rabotai, Yosef HaTzadik, Egypt, if you remain a tzaddik, only because what he got from his parents, the education that he got from, that helped him. And that's always, all my life, always, when I think about my father, always praying, the way he was, the way he was acting with my mother, was talking to me with a derech eretz, polite, nice words. This is the thing that I have as a souvenir from my parents. And all the time, I'm only a man. I'm not a tzaddik. I'm not a malach. I'm not an angel. Everybody has his own itzara. But every time when I have my own itzara, I think, would my father be happy if I do that? Did my father did this? No. So this is the influence of the parents. And my friend, that was Yosef Tzaddik. That's what helped him in Egypt to remain a tzaddik. And not only to remain tzaddik, but everyone that look at him, everyone that he gives from his influence to people to be good people and to believe in Hashem. Yosef Tzaddik alav Hashem, he was no doubt about Hashem. You know what it is, no doubt about Hashem, when you don't say why. He had no doubt about Hashem. He could have millions of questions. Why this? Why this? Why? Millions of questions. But you see that Hashem was with him. You know why? Because Yosef, he never asked any question. He never had any doubt. He never complained. Why Hashem did that to me? Why did he? No. When he saw his brothers, did he tell them why you did that to me? No. He told him, look, before he started to talk to them, he told them, everything is from the Shamayim, everything from Hashem. You did nothing. It's Hashem who wanted that this happened. That makes them comfortable. Parsha of this week, we talk about Yosef, Yaakov Avinu, when he passed away. So now the tribes, children of Yaakov Avinu, they were a little bit worried. They said, well, now that Papa is not here, now Yosef maybe he's going to have his revenge. So Midrash said that they sent somebody to talk to Yosef. Please forgive us for what we did to you. You know what what was his reaction? Yosef, he started crying. How you can think that you did something to me? You did nothing to me. Everything's from Hashem. Can you imagine this, my friend? This is something unbelievable. Always, we need to have a reason. Always in life, we want to have reason. No. Sometimes to buy you, like a couple, man and his wife, they fight. Each one he has his argument why he did that, why. But sometimes you have to give up. Sometimes you're gonna get what? You win what? Even okay, you're right. So what big deal? What you're gonna get? Nothing. So it's better. מוויתור לא מפסידים, רק מרוויחים. When you give up an argument, you only win, you don't lose. For Yosef Tzaddik Alav Shalom, he already made all the story. Nothing came from my brothers. It's all from Hashem. From the time that I had the dreams, everything is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I would like to tell you a beautiful story about Ankelos. Ankelos, you have the Torah, you have Rashi, you have the Targum. Ankelos was the nephew of Adrianus, the emperor. Ankelos, he wanted to search himself what is going to be one day. Of course, he heard all what his uncle Adrianus, what he did to the Jewish people, killed them, forbidding them to study Torah. So one day he told his uncle, I want to go to Eretz Israel from Rome. I want to to search for something. What's the best? Something I want to buy business, or I want to become something, but I don't want to be just because I am your nephew, so I will have money. I want to do something for myself. I want to Eretz Israel, and of course, Ankelos, I promise you, every Friday or every week when I read Ankelos, when I read, the Targum, because we have to do Shnei Mikra v'Echad Targum, twice the Mikra and one Targum. Always I have a feeling. Can you imagine who wrote this book? A goy. A goy. Somebody that he was not Jew. And he became a prophet. Incredible. He discovered Hashem. I am a Jew. My father is a Jew. My grandfather, my grandfather, till I don't know till where. Hashem. Big deal if I'm Jewish, because my parents were. But Ankelos, his father, mother, all his family, they were Romans, from the family of Esav. He became a Jew. And he wrote a book. He wrote the Targum. He explained the whole Torah with Nebuah, with a prophecy. Adrianus, when he heard what he did, his nephew, so he sent some people to bring him back to Rome. And Adrianus, he has a way how to convince them that it's good to remain a Jew. He started to talk to them, and he convinced them. Adrianus, he sent other people. At the end, Adrianus, he told some of his people that they want to bring him back to Rome, he told them, when you arrive to the house of Ankelos, don't talk to him, don't discuss with him, because he will influence you to stay with him and to become a Jew. Just shut your ears and bring him. That's what he did. That's what they did. When they arrived to the house of Ankelos, and Ankelos told him, welcome, Baruch haba. They told him there is no Baruch haba. They just told him you must follow us. So he had no chance. He started to follow them. And after a few hours, he told them, please, I forgot something. Let me go home. I forgot something. They didn't answer. So he was very, 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 very angry. He said, you must take me back home. I forgot something. So they had no choice. They went with him. When they arrived, you know what he did? He just kissed the mezuzah. He told them, now we can go to Rome. So they asked him, all this you did only to kiss the mezuzah? He said, yes. So they asked him, why you did that? What it is a mezuzah? The mezuzah reminds you that Hashem is the boss. Hashem is the Baal HaBayit. My uncle Adrianus, when he sleeps in his room, the bodyguards are outside. Yes or no? He said, yes. But with Hashem, doesn't work like that. We, the slaves, we are inside, and Hashem is outside. So when they heard that, they started to ask him questions about the religion. And he convinced them. Now the question is, how many times we kiss the mezuzah? And it doesn't make nothing. I mean, we kiss. It's become like a hobby to kiss a mezuzah. But it doesn't confirm to you nothing. Look at Abatalit. The Torah said, Tiktem oto, uschartem va'asitem. When you look at this, you remember there is Torah and you do it. I look at it every day. And I don't remember there is any Torah. And I don't remember to do something. I mean, I look at them, I kiss them, that's it. I put them back in my pocket, that's it. My friend. Ankelos. It's not, I am not Ankelos, and Ankelos is not me. If Ankelos, he has the strength to attract people, to influence people, because really he believed in Hashem. The Gemara said, דברים היוצאים מן הלב נכנסים ללב. Words that they come from conviction, they can convince anybody. That was Ankelos. Because Ankelos really, when he kissed the mezuzah, he didn't kiss the mezuzah just for fun. He didn't kiss the mezuzah just, I have to kiss the mezuzah. He felt what it is a mezuzah. So because he felt what it is a mezuzah, so when the Torah said, look at your talit and you will remember there is Hashem, you will be connected to Hashem through the talit. Well, my friend, it depends if you wear the talit as a clothes or you wear the talit to remind you. If you wear the talit to remind you your identity, your Judaism, so the talit will remind you something. Otherwise, it's like a hobby. But there Yosef at Tzaddik, because we talk about Yosef, Yosef, whatever he did mamash for Hashem. But the Torah said, Vayi Hashem et Yosef. And Hashem, he was with Yosef. Why Hashem, he was with Yosef? Because Yosef, he was with Hashem. I have a friend, a few years ago, I met him on Friday in Paris. I was at Sandak, Paris, and I heard my name. I was going back to Lyon, taking the TGV, the train, and I heard my name, Rav Pinto. I thought it was a man that he wanted to talk to me. He came. He said, Rabbi, I don't have where to be for Shabbat. So I told him, look, I'm going to home now for Shabbat. If you want, Baruch haba, come with me. So he came with me to Shabbat. And he told me his problems. His wife, she left him, you know. A sad story. I felt so bad for him. I told him, you know what? I don't invite you only for Shabbat. You come with me. You stay with me as much as you want. And he stayed with me 3 years. From Shabbat, he stayed 3 years. Baruch Hashem, after 3 years, he went back to Israel, and he got married. Then I did my aliyah to Israel. He came to pray with us from time to time. Last year, I was going to my office, and I saw him. Le'anai, he was quite fat, but I saw that he lost weight. You know, at the beginning I didn't recognize him. But at the end, it was him. You have. I told him, you have. You lost weight. He said, Rabbi David, yes, I lost weight. Baruch Hashem, I had a big nest. A big nest. This man, he was not religious before. With the 3 years that he was with me, he became religious, Baruch Hashem, Shomer Torah Mitzvot. And Baruch Hashem, we always were in touch. I told me, Rabbi David, I didn't feel well. I went to do some exams. And Hashem Yishmor, but the doctors give me a bad news that he has a bad leukemia, very aggressive leukemia. He told me, Rabbi David, when I heard this, I was so depressed. I couldn't go to work. And I stayed home, and I was praying to Akadosh Baruch Hu. The doctor gave me some morphine medication not to feel the pain. There was no chemo to do because it was too late. The mahala was all over the body. So I told him, please, how are you now? Rabbi David, you listen. Well, I keep listening to him. At the end, after 2-3 weeks that he was a hound and he lost more weight, his wife, she could do nothing for him. There was nothing to do anyway. One day he decided to go back to the doctors to do again the exams. When the doctor saw him, told him, Hola, you lost weight. Right, the machala. He said, please, forget about the machala. Now I want to know how I am. So how you are? You're a dead man. For me, you're supposed to be under the ground. Instead, that's what you think. But maybe it's not that I think. That's Hashem think for me. So you do me a favor. I want to do exam. Doctor, if it's bad for him, so they started to do all kind of exams, taking blood, MRI, scan, everything. One day the doctors called him to come to see them. When they arrived to Hadassah, there were there 20 doctors. He said, what's going on? What? They asked him one question. Which doctor you went to? He said, which doctor? You? You're the last one that you told me what I had. Yeah, but after, did you go to see somebody? Did you take any medication? So he said, so he told them, I give you my answer if you tell me how I am. He told him, there is nothing. You are clean. No leukemia, nothing. What did you do? So he laughed. He has a smile. He said, the tefillah. Praying. I prayed. This is my dedication. Tefillah. To pray to Hashem. Ba'ani tefillah. And this is, my friend, the emunah. When this you have, when he heard the bad news, there is no hope. But you know what gives you hope? Emunah. We believe in Hashem. When you believe in Hashem, that is the hope. That was Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik, he was all the time connected to Hashem. Emunah. Everything is for the good. Not to be pessimist, optimist, always. Be'ezat Hashem. It's going to be good. It's from Hashem. There is only Hashem. That gives him the hope. When somebody, God forbid, has no emunah, if he hears bad news, there is no hope. Finito. Finish for him. I would like to tell you a beautiful story about the father of Gilbert. He's here with us. Maybe after you ask him the questions if you want. But I have to tell you, stories like that, we know them. About 47 years ago, when his father had a heart attack, he had some heart attacks, and then the doctors told him he was to lose next heart attack, he's gonna die. He went to see my father, Alav Shalom. My father, Alav Shalom, I think this story is about 67 years ago, something like that. That story went at that time. I want to see my father to get a bracha from him. My father, Alav Shalom, Armand, n'aie pas peur. Abraham, don't worry. Be'etzat Hashem, you will live. You will have another 20 years. Just imagine this man, he came sad because of the news that the doctor told him. And now we hear a good news, 20 years. Baruch Hashem, 20 years. 20 years, not 20 years. You can buy anything you want, but life, you cannot buy it. Life, even one day, you cannot, even 1 hour, you cannot buy it. Now, he has 20 years, 20 years. So Baruch Hashem, 20 years later, he had a heart attack. So they called me. I was in Lyon, they were in Toulouse. Everything is okay. So they told me about Mr. Amram Ben Amour, the father of Gilbert Ben Amour, that he had a bad heart attack and he's not well, he's in the hospital. You know what? When I talked to the father, told me, I know I'm going to pass away this week. I said, why? I said, Shalom, you're going to live. No. The father told me, I'm going to live 20 years. 20 years ago. And in my agenda, I wrote the date. And the date going to come on Tuesday. Tuesday, it will be complete 20 years. And he passed away 20 years later. This is a tzaddikim. You are connected to Hashem, like you said. Yosef was connected to Hashem. You are connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Always you have hope. Yeah. Connection is emunah. You can't connect with Hashem if there is no emunah. We are the children of Abraham Avinu, Yitzhak, Yaakov. They had emunah. We as grandchildren, we have emunah in our ADN. We have emunah in our hands, our body. We're born with emunah, but we have to develop it, to develop our emunah. Emunah gives you hope. When you have hope, oh Hashem, you're alive. I would like to wish you well. Pray to Hashem to give you happiness for the Father. Be'ez Hashem, let's pray, all of us, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will protect the hostage. There were 110, now they're talking about few. I don't know how many of them. But Be'ez Hashem, we can have surprise, big surprise, maybe Be'ez Hashem. When you now HaKadosh Baruch Hu to bring them back home. Can you imagine, my friend, how much they suffer? Just imagine. We're not talking about the prison where Yosef HaTzadik was. Maybe it's worse. Then you have no imagination where they are. I just saw a small film where they were 6 hostages which they killed them a few months ago. If you see where they were, it's impossible. Impossible to live. And they were there for 6 months. Can you imagine what condition? So Be'ez Hashem, I'm sure they have, I'm sure what they give them hope to live in their emunah. That Be'ez Hashem, our tefillot that we pray for them. Here are some of the zeput of your tefillot. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will deliver them, Be'ez Hashem. Amen.